Hey everybody, welcome to Community Talk with Brandon Geer. I'm here with my good friend Kevin Norris. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing all right.
Awesome. He's a CEO of his charity Miracles. He has four. He's an author of four written books, and he just want to tell the community about what he's doing around the area. So go ahead and introduce yourself, Kevin.
Kevin Norris. I'm originally from Anderson, South Carolina. Went to Westside High School. Graduated college from Claflin University, which is in Orangeburg, and I've been a teacher for about 15 years.
Okay. Now, most of your community events and work is based off of kids, correct?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the community organization is called Miracles, and I thought of the idea back in 2004, and it originally comes from a breakdance movie which is called Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. And Miracles was an actual building that they pretty much went to to keep the kids off the streets.
Yeah.
And so I just took that and just made it my own and named it. Instead of just leaving it Miracles, I put My Important Raising a Community Learning Environment Succeeds. And I just based it off of kids that came from the same situation I came from, single parent, low income children.
Okay, awesome. Now, most of your work is in Anderson, correct?
Yeah, the Anderson area, but most likely a lot of it has been in the Anderson City area.
Okay, awesome. So tell me your history, like how long have you been doing community work around Anderson?
I've been doing community work even before I formed the Miracles thing, because back in the days, a lot of stuff that we did, was community stuff, whether it was assisting the elderly person in the community or whatever. I consider it as community service as well.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I saw something that was needed when I stayed in Columbia, and then I just brought it back to Anderson when I moved back to Anderson, and I just went from there.
Okay.
And like I said, I just formed Miracles.
Okay, awesome. So tell me as far as like how your community Miracles has impacted the Anderson area.
Man, like I said, from 2004 to now, I've seen students from like 5, because we start with 5 to 18.
Okay.
And I've seen them come from young babies up to now. A lot of them are graduated from high school, have gone on to college and all that stuff. But the tremendous impact that we take for granted is the fact of bringing positive to someone who may not ever have the opportunity to see something positive.
Yeah.
So it's a good feeling to see that you influence someone from their younger age until their old age. And children don't forget.
They don't, man.
They don't. They really don't.
All right. So if you can just break down some of your like organizations, because I know you have like the Miracles, then you have the Poet at Miracles, and you got the community free basketball camp.
Yeah.
So just tell us about some of those events and how it inspired you too as well.
Well, like I said, the Miracles was what I first started off with, and then I took that and did the Poets of Miracles, what is POETZ.
Yeah.
And that was mainly it's a community poetry type event for all the family to come, whether you did poetry, praise dance, if you just want to come up and do a couple of comedy skits and stuff, but we made sure it was rated G, a PG because it was a family-oriented type thing. But I stopped doing it, but now I'm getting back into doing it. And to be honest, you're the first person to know about it. I reached out to Anderson School District 5, and they're going to go ahead and help me, and we're going to be doing it at the middle school and high school starting in April of next year. So we'll be doing Poets of Miracles, and we got a couple ideas, a couple ladies that I know that are in the school district. I talked to them, and we're just going to take the idea and just enhance it a lot more and just make it more available for students that are in middle school and high school.
Man,
but,
that's big. That's big time.
Yeah.
That's huge. All right, so as far as like, I know me and you, we've been doing the basketball camp for a while.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of history about behind the basketball camp. So you can explain to them as far as like the history of the community basketball camp.
Well, it's called the Coach John Moore free basketball camp. And Coach John Moore was my uncle. He was kind of like my father figure growing up because, like I said, I came from a single parent home. and he was a basketball coach for Westside High School from years from the time where he was coaching at, which is now the Westside Community Center. He was coaching girls back then, and then when they went from the Westside Community Center to where they are now, he started coaching varsity high school boys.
Okay, yep.
And like I said, he just always was that mentor. And then when he died, I always said I was gonna do something to give back.
Right.
And then when the free thing came, because a lot of kids can't afford basketball camps.
Yeah.
You know, your basketball camps cost $20 or whatever, but then you got kids who can't afford it. But then also I wanted to be different because instead of them coming to me, I wanted to come to the community, because you can't be a community organization if you're not going out to the community. So I wanted to make it to the point where they can just get out of the bed and just come straight to the nearest park, because we do it at the parks nearby, and just have fun. And like I said, it's free food, you know, drinks, such as water and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you
nothing too fancy.
Yeah, not too fancy, but something for the kids.
For the
know?
kids,
and you know, man, we just provide the basic fundamentals. You know, and you've seen the impact of you just being there and just seeing those kids react to you actually being there and just being there to help them, you know, from boys and girls.
Boys and girls.
Yeah.
Correct. All right, so I'm going to take a little break right now. The next segment we're going to talk about is your books. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Welcome back to Community Talk with Brandon Geer. I'm here again with Kevin Norris, and we had a brief conversation about his past community work and things he, did make an impact in Anderson. So we're gonna talk about. He's actually an author too. So we're gonna talk about the 4 books that you have. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You can go ahead and elaborate on that.
Okay. The first book that I published it's called Happy Father's Day.
Okay.
And that book is basically about a single parent mom who has 3 children, and it's told through the eyes of the youngest son. And he sees how she works 2 jobs. She's a custodian and she works as a waitress also.
Oh wow.
And he's telling the story about how he sees his mom coming home tired and all that stuff, but she makes sure that schoolwork comes first.
Yeah. And
like I said, I mean, that's just every single parent home life, you know, in general, but like I said, I made it more touching and more, I don't know, with more oomph to it, because I wanted to come from not just her, I wanted to come from the smallest child. Yeah. And people tend to react different when a smaller child is telling them about what they see. Right. But yeah, that's the first book. And the second book that I published is called Product of the Environment. Now, that's not a children's book, that is a novel, and it's geared towards teenagers. But Product of the Environment, I got the idea from an old hip-hop song back in the days, and I never really understood Product of the Environment until I got older. Yeah. And then I just Product of the Environment, that's a good idea to use as this right here. But it's about a teenager who makes the wrong decisions. As teenagers, we all have made right or wrong teenage decisions, you know. And the guy, he's smart, but he just made the wrong decisions and he had to pay for it. But I'm coming out with a part 2. I don't know when, but there will be a part 2 because it ends on a to be continued. Oh, okay. And that was to keep the reader interested in what's going to happen next. But I think I waited too long for it to be continued. So hopefully when I do part 2, it'll be something I can pick back up on. Okay. And my third book is actually a comic book. Okay. And it's the first episode of a comic book series that I have, and it's called Powerful Intellect Squad. And Powerful Intellect Squad is based off of teenagers who all have disabilities, and each disability has an actual superpower. Oh, okay. During the summer, I work at a disability center for children from the ages of babies up to like 5th grade. Oh, wow. And that kind of influenced me to see all the different disabilities, from autism, cerebral palsy. I mean, it's just so many disabilities that you see, and I thought, why not use this right here to be like a superpower, a superhero for the younger ones to see? Because Superman never really had like any disability,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
besides the kryptonite or whatever. But that's not a real disability.
Yeah.
But everyone has disabilities, whether I'm short, so that's
Yeah.
like a disability to me
Yeah.
also. But I just wanted a comic book that had a disability or something that people could relate to.
You're right.
And, you know,
right.
and why not touch the students or the children that they have special disabilities and stuff like that.
And just, you know, liberate on that, you know, that can actually give them a, you know, I would say a motivation.
Yeah.
You know, when they read the book and say, I got a disability, well, you know, I got a superpower instead of calling it a disability.
Yeah, you're right.
So that
you're
would
right.
make them, you know, boost their confidence, you know, make them stronger as a person at the end of the day. So I really like that. So definitely. All right,
and
next book.
And then my last book, my last book is The Littlest Lion. I'm little, so I call it The Littlest Lion because a lot of people think because you're little or you're small, you can't really achieve anything. And growing up, I got teased a lot saying that, you know, you can't play basketball, you can't do this, you can't do that because you're too small or whatever. But in the book, the lion, well, the cub, if you want to call it, but I just call it The Littlest Lion, love, you know. But he saves the day because he's get teased because he's so small. And everyone, all the other animals, they really don't pay him attention. You know, he roars, but they're not really taking this roar that serious. But he comes to a point where he has to save some birds. Oh. And he's the only one that can save them because of his little paws and how small he is. And then he ends up saving the day. But, you know, like I said, everything has a meaning behind it. It's either something that I've either been through or something that I've been around that I pretty much try to write my books and stuff like that about.
Yeah. So where can, like, say if they want to buy, you know, book anything, where can they go check you out or check and get a copy of your book?
The last two, the Powerful Intellect Squad and The Littlest Lion, those are on Amazon.
Okay.
Now, Happy Father's Day and Product of the Environment. Now, I heard that Product of the Environment is hard to get because when it was on Amazon, but then they sold out. So now you have to go to another spot or whatever. Okay. And a lady, matter of fact, told me that she had to go Google it. And if you want to, you can Google Kevin Norris, and then Happy Father's Day is the first one, and Product of the Environment is my second one.
Awesome.
And that's the way she said she found hers.
Okay.
Was by Google. The first two. But the other two are on Amazon. You just go to Amazon, type in Kevin Norris or The Littlest Lion or Power Intellect Squad. Okay. Then it pops right up.
Awesome. All right. So with those books, did you have anybody like that influenced you to actually write the books, or just was more like, hey, I'm writing a book?
Well, honestly, I had some. Everyone has some things that they go through, and I guess my writing was my therapy for what I went through. You know, I went through a divorce. I'm not afraid to say it. Yeah. But you know, you have to find something that's going to influence you in a positive way. Right. And so instead of, you know, resorting to drinking and smoking and all that stuff, I picked up a pen and pad and I started writing.
That is awesome.
You know, and
it
just and it just went from there. You know, because most people think just because my life is not going right, I gotta kill myself, or I gotta do something silly, or I gotta drink, I gotta do all that. But I just turned that negative into something positive. So I think I want to thank my ex-wife for giving me that influence, you know, wherever you are. But honestly, you know, that was that inspiration that I had to write what I'm doing now.
Awesome. Well, do you have anything coming up as far as like an event?
Yeah, on October 19th, me and 4 other guys, we call ourselves Top 5, Top 5 Entertainment. And they may not let you know, but I was the one that came up with Top 5. Top 5, yeah, because there's 5 of us, and all of us, in my own opinion, I think we were the top 5 dudes. It's 3 DJs, and then it's artists, and then it's myself. Okay. That consists of DJ Tuck, DJ Smash, DJ T-Rock. Those 3 other DJs. Okay. Petro Omo, which is the artist, and then myself. Okay. But like I said, we're trying to do something. Well, we're going to do something downtown, and it's more like kind of like an art festival type thing. Okay. You know, where you come in and you participate in the art. I think Petro has like an art like community gallery, okay. But he has a art mural, a community mural that everyone's going to participate that comes out. So they're going to be able to put their stamp on the mural that's gonna be presented to the community.
Oh man.
And like I said, it's music, food, you know, a good time. 21 and older.
Okay.
I have tickets if anyone wants to purchase them. They're $10 for single and $20 for couples. It's from 4 to 10:30, I believe.
Okay.
But
and that the location is in Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson downtown.
Okay.
I don't know the exact address, but it's downtown Anderson in the art area. I don't know much about it, but it's in the art area that they have downtown.
Okay, gotcha.
But you like 80s music? I mean, black, white, Hispanic, it doesn't matter.
It don't matter. Just
come out. We got music for everyone,
yeah,
man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then so give the people an exact time and date, so they'll know exactly as far as like.
I'm sorry, but yeah, it's Saturday, October 19th,
Okay.
and like I said, it's downtown Anderson, and it's from the thing with Petro, the art mural or whatever, community mural. It starts around 4, I think either 3:30 or 4. It'll start, and then we'll go into some poetry.
Okay.
And then from 7 to 10:30, it's just nothing but music.
Awesome.
And
just a relaxed environment.
Food. Yeah.
Just food and enjoying the music.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Kevin, for your time.
I appreciate it, man.
And reaching out to the community. You're doing an amazing job. Continue to push forward. If anybody need to contact him, please go ahead and give
my information.
Yeah.
My name is Kevin Norris, and you can reach me on Facebook. That's KevinNorris. I'm on Instagram also. I don't know what it is on Instagram. I don't do Snapchat and all that other stuff. And if you want to reach me on my phone, I will give you my personal number. It's 864-934-9782. And that's pretty much it. Like I say, check out my books. My books are they're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Support each other.
Yeah.
Correct. All right, Kevin, I appreciate you.
I appreciate it, man.
All right. It's a wrap. Thank you for watching Community Talk with Brandon Geer. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next time.